picture this. You just pulled an all-nighter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've all been there.
Right. So you drive to work the next morning, clutching your massive coffee. What if I told you that your brain is currently functioning exactly as if you were legally drunk?
Yeah, legally impaired.
Why? Because hustling on zero sleep is actually a massive biological trap if you don't understand this one specific brain mechanism.
It really is.
If you're obsessed with the why behind human success, well, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe and turn on that bell to join us. We drop deep dives like this every week to help you outsmart the average. Now, let's get into the data.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Most people think hard work and grinding through fatigue is the answer. It is not. Today, we're breaking down the biological crisis of a sleep-deprived brain and, why your own biology might actually be your worst enemy.
I mean, we treat sleep like a luxury, right? Like it's just this passive shutdown mode to save energy.
Exactly.
But neurologically, sleep is this incredibly active, aggressive process. It's a full-on biological crisis if you skip it.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Because to understand why missing sleep feels so awful, we have to look at what the brain does when we're actually awake.
Yeah, being awake is messy, like incredibly messy.
I always sort of assumed being awake was just, the clean default state.
Not at all. Every single time a neuron fires, every time you make a decision or read an email, your brain creates metabolic waste.
Just from thinking.
Just from thinking. It's like the exhaust fumes from a car engine. It's this natural byproduct of cellular metabolism, specifically a protein called Beta-Amyloid.
Okay, so wait, doesn't the rest of our body have a system for that? Like the lymphatic system flushing out toxins from our muscles?
It does, but the brain is different. It's locked inside your skull. It is so densely packed with neurons that there just physically isn't room for those traditional lymphatic drainage pipes.
Oh, wow.
So it operates as a totally closed system while you're awake. The trash just builds up.
It's like a massive restaurant kitchen during the dinner rush, right? You've got cooks chopping, frying, dropping onion peels on the floor.
Yeah.
Exactly. Total productive chaos.
And they can't stop to mop the floors during the rush. They just step over the garbage.
Yeah, they have to wait until closing time.
So if you pull an all-nighter, are you basically telling the nighttime cleaning crew that their shift is canceled?
You are literally locking them out. And you leave the kitchen full of garbage for the next day's service.
It sounds awful.
It is. The brain has a dedicated cleaning crew called the glymphatic system, but it is completely dependent on you losing consciousness.
Wait, the what system?
The glymphatic system. It uses cerebrospinal fluid to wash the brain tissue, but it only really kicks into high gear during deep sleep, the N3 stage.
Okay, this is where I want to push back a little, or at least clarify something.
Go for it.
Because the research says brain cells physically change size during this deep sleep. I was reading this and thinking, do they actually shrink?
Oh, they do. They literally reduce in volume by about 60%.
60%? How does that not damage the brain?
It's totally natural. They expel water and sort of collapse temporarily.
By shrinking down, they widen the tiny gaps between the cells. Suddenly, there's room for that fluid to rush in.
Like a high-pressure dishwasher.
Exactly like a high-pressure dishwasher. It flushes out all that beta-amyloid sludge into the bloodstream.
So if you don't hit that deep N3 sleep, the dishwasher never turns on. The sludge just sits there. But where does it go?
It tends to pool heavily in the thalamus and the hippocampus.
Which are the mood and memory centers.
Right.
So here's where it gets really interesting to me. How does this physical buildup of protein cause that brain fog and, the intense irritability we all feel?
Well, neurons communicate across these tiny gaps called synapses. When you have this sticky beta-amyloid sludge everywhere, it physically blocks those signals.
Like trying to run through waist-deep mud.
Exactly. And the most critical breakdown happens between the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex.
Okay, remind me what those two do.
So the amygdala is your emotional alarm bell. It handles fear, anxiety, anger.
The primitive stuff.
Right. And the prefrontal cortex is the logical control center, the adult in the room. Normally, it tells the amygdala to calm down.
Like, hey, that slow driver in front of us isn't a mortal threat.
Exactly. But sleep deprivation physically severs that connection. The sludge disrupts the neural pathways.
So the alarm bell is ringing, but the logical brakes are just completely offline.
Yep. A sleep-deprived person becomes 60% more reactive to negative stuff. You are biologically primed to panic.
Which brings me back to the hustle culture thing. People brag about their 4 a.m. emails, thinking they're highly productive geniuses.
Oh, it's the ultimate false economy.
Right. I mean, the data says being awake for 19 hours straight is equivalent to being legally drunk in terms of cognitive impairment.
It's staggering. But it's true.
We would never show up to work after 3 beers and try to lead a strategy meeting, yet we do it on 3 hours of sleep.
Because you don't have the prefrontal capacity to realize how impaired you actually are.
Yeah.
You literally have a toxic brain.
Okay, so let's look at the hidden solution here. If I'm listening to this and realizing my brain is currently full of toxic sludge, I want to fix it. Can I just sleep 12 hours tonight and catch up?
No, you really can't. That's a huge myth.
Wait, really? Why not?
Sleep debt isn't a simple transaction. That N3 deep sleep where the cells shrink, it's heavily front-loaded in the first half of your night.
Oh, so sleeping in doesn't give you more deep sleep.
Nope. By hour 8 or 9, your core temperature is rising and you're just in lighter sleep stages. You miss the biological window for the deep wash cycle.
So it's like a smartphone stuck in low power mode. I can do basic tasks, but I shouldn't run a massive software update.
That is a perfect analogy.
So instead of just saying we'll get more sleep, what's the actual protocol here? Give us the actionable insight.
First, you have to adopt the 70% decision rule.
The 70% rule. Okay, what is that?
When you're in this toxic state, accept that you are operating at 70% capacity at best. Do not make major life or financial decisions today.
Because your judgment is hijacked by your amygdala.
Exactly. Delay the big strategy meetings. Protect your brain from further stress until you can reset the system.
Okay, I love that. Step 1, delay big decisions. What's step 2 for tonight?
Step 2 is cooling the bedroom. You need to drop it to about 18 degrees Celsius or like 64 Fahrenheit.
Is that just to feel cozy, or does the cold actually do something?
It's entirely mechanical. Your core body temperature has to drop by 2 to 3 degrees to initiate that deep N3 sleep. If the room is warm, the brain thinks it needs to stay alert.
The dishwasher never turns on.
Exactly.
And step 3, blue light, I'm guessing.
Kill all the screens. The photoreceptors in your eyes send a signal directly to your brain when they see blue light.
Saying the sun is still up?
Right. It halts melatonin production, which delays the entire glymphatic cleaning cycle.
So warm rooms and scrolling on your phone literally keep the restaurant kitchen open. The trash just keeps piling up.
You are actively sabotaging your own biology if you don't provide those dark, cool environmental cues.
That completely changes how I view cognitive health. We always focus on what we add, like eating blueberries or doing puzzles.
Yeah, the inputs.
Right, but it's actually about subtraction. What you allow your brain to wash away at night.
The subtraction of that metabolic waste is the foundation of everything.
It's wild, which brings up something I think is really profound to end on.
Yeah, it raises a somewhat haunting question.
What is it?
If just one night of missed sleep causes this much toxic buildup and emotional volatility, what is the cumulative effect of years of chronic sleep deprivation?
Oh, wow.
Think about people who sleep 5 hours a night for a decade. Are we permanently altering our baseline personalities simply by trimming our sleep?
Are you actually an anxious, irritable person, or is your brain just desperately waiting for the dishwasher to turn on?
Exactly.
Well, if you realize your IQ is a trap, you're only halfway there.
That's right.
Because the way you sleep actually determines if you can use that IQ at all. Watch our breakdown on the billionaire sleep myth right here to complete the puzzle. Let the wash cycle run tonight, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.